Okay guys, here we go on what will be my fourth attempt at making a video for the GoPro Karma team. So basically my first few attempts, the videos were too long, file size too big, wrong file type, couldn't get them to upload. It's been a hassle. I have quite a few hours into this today between customer service and making this video for them. But hopefully this is what it takes to get my drones replaced. Okay, so I was asked to make a video essentially to prove that I know the proper troubleshooting steps to make these drones work. You know, should they not work, should they not pair, which is the specific issue we're talking about here. I can assure you I know the steps because I've done them many, many times. So without further ado, just let me get right to it. Some backstory. I was luckier than some people I see on the internet. The last time I flew these drones was approximately January of 2021. A lot of people didn't make it quite that long. I'm going to power the remote on. A lot of people didn't make it quite that long, but in my case, they flew in January, right around New Year's Eve or so, or New Year's Day, I guess, right at the beginning of January. And then I hadn't gotten them out for some time, but I tried again in approximately March of this year, 2021. And when I went to turn them on one at a time in March, I turned the first one on. You usually turn on the controller before you turn on the drone itself, and turning them both on essentially at the same time. But as the controller turns on, it automatically goes into an auto update, and then the drone doesn't pair. So it was strange. It had never happened before. I was in the mood to fly these things, so I wasn't too concerned. I just shut the one down, turned the next one on, but then the same thing happened at the same time with drone number 2. So that's what tells me it was this software update. It was nothing that any of us did. They're both in excellent shape, as you can see. I have everything here, well taken care of drones. They were flying before this. The update is clearly what made them no longer work. So as you can see, you turn the controller on, and I'll show you all the details here, but you turn it on, and I got to get the right angle with this lens. I'm not a camera guy, sorry guys. But it says here, Karma not connected. What is the right angle to show this? I know you could see it for a second. But it says Karma not connected, pair Karma and controller. So you go from there. And I can tell you from experience, when you need to pair these things, what you have to do, you go ahead and we'll stick the battery in, we'll lock it in place, and we'll just hold the power button on. First, the drone will turn on itself, and you need to hold it for 8 seconds if you want to do the pairing mode, until the green and red lights start flashing like this, and the blue power button starts flashing as well. Now it is clearly in pairing mode. Before I go any further, something to note. Every time previous to this update, when you power the drones on, the stabilizer and camera also would power on. Normally what they do is power on, they face forward, they get where they would be in the start of any flight. So notice that does not happen, and I will prove to you that it's working when I plug it into the GoPro Karma grip. But for now, we'll go back to here, and I know you guys can't see these words too well because of this lens, I guess, but I'm going to go ahead and click on pair. And you'll see now that, it says that it's in pairing mode. So we'll just let these things sit here for a minute while we talk about this whole thing. So I know, and anybody who's found this video online knows, that there are thousands of people that are affected by this issue. It all happened for all of us around the same time, give or take a few months, but a lot of us hobbyists only fly drones every few months. So it would make sense that it didn't happen on the exact same day, because we didn't all try to start them up on the exact same day. It was the next time we turned them on and they uploaded, and that's when it hit us. So that's one thing to note. But it's a widely known issue, and GoPro customer service has not been real great with this. They recently released some information saying that this drone is at the end of life. So I want to say that I respect and I understand that it's at the end of life for your system, for your company. So I understand no further support, no more updates. I totally get that. My problem is this is a lot of money sitting here, brand new. These were both, I think, $1,600. I did get them. They weren't they were new, but I didn't buy them the first day they came out. So I got a better price. I don't remember exactly what I paid, but I know confidently I have at minimum $2,000 worth of my hard-earned money sitting here. I bought 2 full packages with the backpack. I got extra blades. I got batteries. I got extra propellers, I got parts, I have extra gimbals, I have everything because I found out shortly after I purchased these, I purchased one last summer, another one last fall. Shortly after I found out they were being discontinued and all the parts were on the internet, on clearance. So knowing that, I've been buying up parts in case something happens. But long story short, we need to get these things flying. I understand GoPro if you're not going to support these systems anymore, but what you need to do to be responsible to your customers is just leave them in flying condition. I don't care if I never get an update again. I don't care if I can't download a new map. That's perfectly fine with me. I just want the controller and the unit to talk, and I want them to fly, most importantly. So other troubleshooting issues which GoPro will suggest. So first of all, I want to say that I've tried this pairing on both drones. I've tried it at least 30 times each without question. They're definitely not pairing. They're not going to pair. It's evident, that something happened. Another suggestion that is made is that you do a factory reset on the controller. So I just want to go ahead and show that I can, and I actually have. I've factory reset both controllers more than once to no avail. But let's just talk about, first of all, let's prove that everything's up to date. So we'll click that there, and I want you to see camera not connected, stabilizer not connected, drone not connected, controller up to date. So how would I factory reset? Really simple. You just go into preferences, go on the left side, scroll to the bottom, hit reset. You can read the words there on the screen, pretty self-explanatory. Again, I don't think this is the right camera for this. I do apologize. But anyway, you just go to the left here, you can hit restore, and that would do a full factory reset. I'm not going to do that now because I've done that so many times on both. But I can tell you factory reset's not the issue, power cycling is not the issue, pairing is not the issue, Wi-Fi is not the issue. Everything that could be done has been done. And what it seems to me is that the software in the controller is possibly now running on a different version than the software in the drone. Maybe there's another issue that, I'm not super tech savvy. I don't understand. I can't say for sure. But something is going on. They're not working. There's a lot of money sitting here, and all I'm asking is that my drones are able to be flown. That's all I care about. I don't expect continued support from here. I just expect them to be left in flying condition where they were right before the announcement that they're at their end of life. It's almost like GoPro purposely did this to us. And if that's the case, that's not okay. So I'm going to go ahead and power this down. Now, I've done the exact same thing with drone number 2. I'm happy to go ahead and show you guys that, but I don't want to make this any longer than necessary. This power button will no longer work because it's in pairing mode, so you can't turn it off this way. You actually have to pull the battery when it's in pairing mode to get it to stop. No big deal there. But what I do want to show you, just to prove that the gimbal and the camera are working, we're going to use the GoPro grip. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take this out, and we're going to stick it in here. I'm working by myself today with one hand. I don't even really have a YouTube account. This is my first ever video, and I'm doing this just to get my Karma drone fixed. It seems a bit ridiculous, but here we are. So we're doing it. Anyway, we're connected. I'm going to hit the power on just so we can see it working to prove that it works. Power's on. Camera's up. Look at that. Well, it doesn't work that great, does it? But no, it is working as it's supposed to. You can see here it's full action. Camera's turned on. It said USB connected, just like it's supposed to. This is what's supposed to happen. So, and we can go ahead, in case the Karma team wants to see drone number 2 in action, we can go ahead and we can get this sucker going too. Technically, we can actually use the same controller. Oh, I guess we can't because I turned the first one off. really makes no difference, because what we need is one of these to pair. So they're both going to turn on, they're both going to do the same thing. There's some discrepancy if the gimbal stabilizer actually needs a camera in. I don't have a camera in this one. I'm using my other GoPro somewhere else. So we'll just go ahead and swap these real quick because it's easy to do. You know, these were designed well. I love flying them when they're working. So in this case, look at this. Now we're going to go ahead and put this sucker in with the camera on. Can we get, can we get some better action this way? Probably not. Okay, off to the races. Controller 1 is already ready to pair. So we're going to go ahead, start this baby up. Hold it down for 8 seconds. It's going to start flashing. Whoop. Oh, I screwed up. Off, back on. Real quick. That was my mistake there. Sorry for those extra few seconds of this video. Okay, we're in pairing mode. We're good to go. Now I actually have it up on both controllers. This is the controller we used the first time. So since it's already ready to pair on both, we'll go ahead and we'll turn this off just so we can show that we're going to try both controllers. And we'll pair here. We're in pairing mode. We're in pairing mode. Camera's installed. Everything's clicked, locked, tight, ready to go. And we're going to get the same results. Now, we'll let that flash for a while. We can click back there in a second. Again, here's my issue. I have the full package, and I have 2 of them with the backpack. I have, I think, 4 batteries, 3 or 4 batteries, maybe 5. I don't even remember. Numerous packages of propellers, extra parts, everything I could scoop up. I really like these things. I want to keep flying them. You know, as far as these drones themselves, outside of this issue, and I hate to say it, but currently poor customer service, they're great. They fly excellent. They really impressed me, especially when you compare them to newer drones. You know, these were originally came out, I'm honestly not sure. I haven't done that research, but I want to say they may be even as old as 2013, 2014. So for this technology to be doing so well, butted up against, today's drones, I love them, especially for the price. You can find a used one now, or a refurb, between $500 and $700 from seemingly a reputable seller on eBay. Now, I haven't checked in months because, I've had this issue and I haven't cared. So I don't know if you can today. It's July of 2021 right now, so I can't say that today, but you could up until they all became bricks. Anyway, that will conclude my video for today. It got much longer than I wanted, but I don't want to have to share this info again with customer support or the GoPro Karma team. It should all be here. It should be pretty thorough. My drones are in great shape. They were flying well before this happened, and now they simply won't pair. It's not that they don't work. It's not that they don't fly. Truthfully, we wouldn't know. But the real problem is they don't pair. And that's what I want to be fixed. I'm willing to send in, if I have to pay a reasonable fee for shipping and handling, for processing, a refurb, whatever I got to do. I have what I consider minimum $2,000 sitting here, and they don't work. And that's not acceptable. So please help me. I would appreciate it. And if we can, let's help everybody. Let's get a link out there, some sort of update, or even a hotline. Make it a reasonable price, get these things fixed, and get your reputation back, GoPro. Thank you.